गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारि यमुनतीरावनचारि जय राधा माधव कुञ्ज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुञ्ज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा मुरलीधर राधा मुरलीधर राधे जय गौरचंद्र जय गौरचंद्र जय गौरचंद्र जय गौरचंद्र नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः Before we start today's discussion, I seek the blessings of all the devotees assembled, especially Adipurusha Prabhu, Arjuna Prabhu. Today is a very auspicious Tithi occasion. Today is the disappearance day of Srila Madhavendra Puri, who is a very preeminent Acharya in our lineage, this Bhakti lineage, Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, to which we are all associated with. And then it's great to discuss deep about such acharyas. Very not so qualified, but still I'll try my level best whatever I have heard. So before entering into the glories of this particular teacher in our lineage, there's a small pastime. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj begins his lecture like this. So I just want to. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was visiting Dakshina Bharat, the South India, so there's a famous temple called Ranganatha Swami Temple. It's the headquarters of Sri Vaishnavism, another lineage. So he stayed there for 4 months during the rainy season. And then daily he was going to take darshan of lordships, Sri Ranganath. And then he saw one Brahman who is not that great, well versed in Vedic scriptures. He's sitting every day in front of the corridor of the temple and then trying to read the Bhagavad Gita. But his pronunciation was not that great. And then he's crying tears. Mahaprabhu was going in and out, and then he was watching this particular Brahman. And then after some days, he asked, "My dear sir, you are sitting every day here, struggling. I see apparently you are struggling to read Bhagavad Gita, and then you are crying, shedding tears. So may I know what is the reason? You are not giving up, but So then that Brahman said, "See, sir, I'm not that learned. I'm not that learned. I'm not that great in pronunciation. But the thing is, my spiritual master has advised me, instructed me to read this Bhagavad Gita every day for the pleasure of Ranganath. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to do that. I'm not able to do it properly, but I'm trying to fulfill the instructions of my spiritual master. So I'm not doing that great. That's why I'm crying tears. And seeing that, Mahaprabhu was so happy. You may not be so much qualified, but you are just endeavoring to please the spiritual master who is connecting us to the lineage. That is the perfection of all the practice. Because we may not be perfected beings, only Lord is perfect, supremely perfect. We all have some or other limitations, okay? So we may not be that perfect. But the thing is, our desire to serve, the instructions, that is what, most important. That pleases everybody. That pleases Lord, and that will please everybody. Yasmin tushte jagat tushnam. If Lord is pleased, everybody is pleased. And here Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is not different from Krishna, is happy seeing that response. And is there anything else you want to say? And then the Brahmana says that, my dear sir, when I open this Bhagavad Gita book, I see the great Lord Krishna is taking a very menial position of a charioteer for his friend Arjuna. And in the war, just to direct the chariot in one direction or other direction, the person who is right, behind, so he will not talk because there is no much, clarity. So he will just kick on one side and the other side so that, okay, chariot should go this direction, chariot should go that direction. So my Lord Sri Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality, is accepting kicks from his friend Arjuna. Seeing this, renounced nature of the Lord is, melting my heart so much, I can't stop crying. And hearing this point, Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy. Mahaprabhu said, how could you get this much depth of understanding of Lord Krishna? The simple thing is, you are trying to please your spiritual master. That is the perfection. And you achieved the perfection by just following your spiritual master. And then Mahaprabhu is like sold out to this particular Brahman. And then he embraced this Brahman. And then he gave him more and more ecstasy of Krishna Bhakti. So the simple thing of pleasing the spiritual master, no matter we may be competent or less competent or whatever it is, super competent, we ourselves got, the ecstasy of Lord, and then it also attracted, Mahaprabhu's, mercy. So this is a very important thing in today's discussion about Sripad Madhavendra Puri. So Sripad Madhavendra Puri is like renowned by entire Vaishnava community, especially Gaudiya Vaishnava community, as the king of all the Vaishnavas, especially in our lineage. Srila Prabhupada mentions he's the king of all the Vaishnavas. So what is so special about him? In our lineage, before Madhavendra Puri, the mood of devotion to Lord Krishna in separation, so that particular mood was not existing much. So Madhavendra Puri is one who brought this Madhurya Bhakti, and then Vipralamba Bhav, mood of separation, and then mood of ecstatic love towards Sri Krishna. So he brought that in this lineage. So that is the very one of the major contributions of Sripad Madhavendra Puri. And then it is said, Madhavendra Puri brought this particular seed of Prema Bhakti into our mission, into our lineage. That particular seed is properly nourished, watered, and everything by his disciple, Srila Ishvara Puri. And then once that nourishment is done, So it is grown into a big tree and then spread all over the world with various roots, branches, and everything by none other than Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread this particular prema bhakti or loving devotion to Sri Krishna across the world. So it is like Madhavendra Puri, Ishvara Puri, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there are three key, chain for this spreading of prema bhakti of Sri Krishna. So little bit about Sripad Madhavendra Puri. When he was at a particular stage, in his middle ages, he wanted to um, go deep into Krishna Bhakti. How you will go deep? Okay, you read scriptures, that's one thing, but we need association. That's the purpose of this morning Bhagavatam class every day. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Every day consistently hear Bhagavatam from one another and get inspiration. So there are a lot of topics to hear. We can hear about politics. We can hear about immigration crisis. We can hear about sports. We can hear about film fair. So many topics to hear. But what topics will give satisfaction to the soul? That is topics related to Krishna. So pure topics. So that time, during Madhavendra Puri's time, there are a lot of pious people, but they are doing also worship of, various devatas. But okay, I want money, I want good strength, I want success in my career, I want a good wife, good spouse. So this sort of worship, it may lead to some particular success, some satisfaction in life, but that will not be long lasting. That will not satisfy the soul per se. So Madhavendra Puri was not satisfied, not happy. Um, so he was always looking for the proper sangha, so which can satisfy him. So one of the main qualities of Vaishnavas is like asat sangha chadi ei Vaishnavachar. So the devotees, they very carefully navigate with whom they have to associate. So working relationship is fine, but we closely, heart to heart connection, we will have only with the people who are having the same ecstatic feelings, who know, more about the Bhakti Yoga. So we open our heart to them. So Madhavendra Puri was, very much um, distressed in one sense, because there is no one person who is having that unmotivated, unalloyed bhakti feelings or devotional feelings to Sri Krishna. So he was searching, and at one point he was so frustrated. Okay, if I don't have, better than having unfavorable association, it is better to have no association. That's what was the conclusion of Madhavendra Puri. And then he decided, okay, I'll go to forest. If I don't get any positive association, better I'll go to forest. And then he was searching like that. And then after some point, he went to Shantipur. Shantipur is a place where Advaitacharya, another great devotee of the Lord, so he is present. In fact, Advaitacharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu and Sadashiva combined. So, and then once he met Advaitacharya, so it's like a success of his search. In fact, on every disappearance day of Sripad Madhavendra Puri, every year, like today, ISKCON celebrates a big festival in Shantipur, a big feast and then a big festival. So why Shantipur? This is the reason. Why not Madhavendra Puri's original birthplace, but why Shantipur? Because Madhavendra Puri came and then he was happy here in Shantipur when he met Advaitacharya. So, and then the meeting was ecstatic and they were discussing Krishna Katha, glories of all the pastimes and then from Bhagavatam and then everything. And then they were so happy. And Advaitacharya was like hearing submissively from Sripad Madhavendra Puri and understanding his grace and then his potency, after a certain number of days, Advaita Acharya surrendered to Sripad Madhavendra Puri and then begged, please give me initiation. Please accept me as your servant, as your disciple. And then Madhavendra Puri happily initiated Advaita Acharya. And Madhavendra Puri is very famous, like very great personalities who come in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, who appear in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. They are disciples of Sripad Madhavendra Puri. So there are like Brahmananda Bharati, Brahmananda Puri, Paramananda Puri, and even Keshav Bharati, who is the sannyas guru of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they're all disciples of, Sripad Madhavendra Puri. To extent, Keshav Bharati is like, still in both sides. But yeah, so he's also a disciple. Now, having all these great disciples, there is one very, very, very special disciple of Sripad Madhavendra Puri. And that is in line with today's theme again. His name is Ishvara Puri. So Ishvara Puri is a very a prince actually. So, and then he served Sripad Madhavendra Puri very humbly, doing the most menial services, especially during the final stage of Sripad Madhavendra Puri. As good as cleaning his body, and then he's not able to do things on his own, Madhavendra Puri, because he's old. Even cleaning him after he does the basic things, and seeing such humility of Sri Ishvara Puri, Madhavendra Puri was so much moved. And then Ishwar Puri was not like doing this for something in return, So it's unmotivated. His service is unmotivated, and not just unmotivated. He's very happy in doing this particular service, Ishwar Puri. So he was so grateful. Madhavendra Puri was so grateful, and then he said that as a final benediction. So Madhavendra Puri said that, may Lord Krishna bless you with the most intimate love of Godhead. And then, so may you spread this love of Godhead. And then he was giving him all the information about Madhurya Bhakti. And then Sripad Madhavendra Puri, during his final days, he was meditating on this particular verse. So this is a very key, essential verse for us to meditate. Let me just open that. Yeah. So this comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 4, 197. So this verse first I will read, and then we'll discuss about this. Ayi Deena Dayatra Natha He Mathura Natha Kadavalokayasi Hridayam Tvadaloka Kataram Dayita Brahmyati Kim Karomyaham. So this verse is spoken by Srimati Radharani. Okay. Let's see what's the translation. O my Lord, O most merciful Master, O Master of Mathura, when shall I see you again? Because of my not seeing you, my agitated heart has become unsteady. O most beloved one, what shall I do now? So this appears like a very simple thing. But the thing is, what's happening here? Radharani is addressing Krishna as Madhuranath. That means till this time, Krishna is within Vrindavan. So they were having the association of Krishna very closely. were able to see Krishna and everything. But now Krishna left to Mathura. He became the king of Mathura, sort of. So then this mood of separation has kicked in. So Srimati Radharani is saying, what should I do now? You left us, and then how can we bear this separation? So this particular mood is introduced by Srila Madhavendra Puri in our lineage. This is called Vipralamba, love in separation. And this was the meditation, Madhavendra Puri, with which, he left this particular world. And then this was the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu often. So he grabbed this particular mood, especially in Ratha Yatra, when Lord Jagannath used to come out in a procession. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to dance in front of Lord Jagannath, and then he used to recite this verse. And whenever Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to dance in various circles around Lord Jagannath's chariot, and then whenever Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go behind the chariot, so there are a couple of circles behind the chariot also. So whenever Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go behind the chariot to dance, so Jagannath cart used to stop, because Jagannath always wanted to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And if he's not visible, Jagannath used to stop, the cart used to stop. So Mahaprabhu used to test whether Jagannath is looking at me or not, what was the mood of Jagannath. Like Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Srimati Radharani. So, and then that was a very nice pastime. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to recite this particular verse. And this verse is something which the entire lineage we can meditate on, so like a feeling of separation from Krishna. Yeah. So that's one thing. Now, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we said, Madhavendra Puri planted the seed of this loving love in separation. Ishvara Puri nourished this particular thing. What made Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took initiation from Ishvara Puri? Because at that time there were a lot of great devotees. It's not that we are comparing one another, but there are a lot of ecstatic Vaishnavas, great people. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chose Ishvara Puri only as his spiritual master. So the reason is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to glorify the life of Madhavendra Puri and also glorify Ishvara Puri for his menial services towards his spiritual master. So Madhavendra Puri introduced the Vipralamba Bhav, and then Ishvara Puri served his spiritual master so unconditionally and unmotivated, without any motivation. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to glorify both of them. So that's why the Lord himself, the Supreme Lord himself, he doesn't need a spiritual master, but still, in order to set an example for all of us, so he took initiation from Ishvara Puri, glorifying their great activities. So after Madhavendra Puri disappeared from this particular world, or he left this world, the first anniversary of his disappearance, so Advaita Acharya decided that, okay, let's celebrate the life of Sripad Madhavendra Puri. In order to glorify Sripad Madhavendra Puri, they conducted a big festival, the disappearance of Madhavendra Puri, in the house of Advaita Acharya. So that is at Shantipur. So everybody was ecstatic. Okay, let's celebrate. Let's glorify Madhavendra Puri. So this is the mood of festival. Festival is like glorify Krishna, glorify his devotees, their noble deeds, and take inspiration from them. So that's the mood of the festival. Okay, and then Maharaj was telling what makes a festival. So when Advaita Acharya said, let's celebrate a festival, it's not that Advaita Acharya is sitting alone and doing. So all the devotees came. Sachi Mata, who is the mother of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah. So she said, okay, I'll take I'll take care of all this cooking and then everything, and then so many, the wives of all the great Vaishnavas, they came and then they were assisting in making, huge pots of rice, so we have this 20-liter or tin containers, but they have like big drums of rice, dals, and then yogurt, and then leafy vegetables, and then so it gets filled, rooms get filled with lot of bhoga. And then somebody said, okay, I'll clean all the arena, and then where the people are going to come and then sit. And somebody volunteered that, okay, I'll tie all the festoons, flags, and then everywhere. And then somebody say, I'll clean the porch, I'll clean the balcony, and then things like that. So everybody was so much engaged. Somebody said, then I'll go and call all the, important people, who can attend the festival and things like that. So everybody were coming together in order to celebrate this particular festival. So Maharaj was telling one very nice point. Festival means it's not that we come on time and then we attend the festival and then we leave. So festival is like we come and then we try to engage ourselves in some service. So that's the mode, So we come engage some service, something or other, as simple as whenever we exit, whenever on the elevator at third floor. So there is a shoe stand. Sometimes in festivals the shoe stand gets overfilled and then so it's chaotic. As simple as 5 minutes, we stand there and then arrange the shoes nicely so that people when they're exiting, they can. It is very easy for them to pick up their shoes. So as simple as that thing. There are unlimited services like winding up, like we had the flower festival, Pushpotsavam, 2 days ago. There are unlimited services like peddling. You are peddling 500 pounds of flowers. So services are always unlimited. And then when we try to pitch in the services, so then that is the entire mode of the festival. Of course, we come and we do kirtan, but so Maharaj is emphasizing that, so we come and then we do services. So after that, let's come back to the festival. So Advaita Acharya was like all the dignitaries came, and then when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard that such a nice festival is happening in honor of Sripad Madhavendra Puri, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came personally, and then he was going through all these arrangements, and then he was seeing the bhoga prepared, and then people are decorating in the entire house, and then so everybody is busy. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so happy, and there are teams of kirtaniyas. People were doing kirtan for a long time, and then so Mahaprabhu was so happy. And then after that, there was a ceremony, and then they offered the bhoga, and then so before partaking prasadam, so Mahaprabhu said, so so it's important to glorify Sripad Madhavendra Puri, especially who his life is a life of service. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was telling that how Sripad Madhavendra Puri had not just once, multiple times interaction with Lord himself, Lord Krishna himself. So Madhavendra Prabhu was sitting in one place in a Nirjan Bhajan, and then Gopal directly came as a small cowherd boy, and then he offered him a pot of milk. And then Madhavendra Puri drank. He got that love of God, Krishna Bhakti. And then the boy is nowhere seen. And then in the night, in the dream, he comes and then he says that, oh, Madhavendra Puri, I am Gopal. I gave you milk in the morning, in the afternoon. I am lying under these bushes. Please excavate me. Madhavendra Puri is an old man, and Krishna catches old people. Do this service for me. Do this big service for me. What an old person can do. But Madhavendra Puri said, no, age is not a limitation. Come on, I will try to do. That is what Mahaprabhu is glorifying. There is no limitation. Age is not at all a number. Age is just a number. The desire for service is what matters most. And then Krishna gives us the energy. Krishna sends people. Krishna sends finances. We should have a sincere desire to serve. That's what Madhavendra Puri had. And then seeing that, Madhavendra Puri brought the Gopal deity out. There were so many men who came and then they were excavating. And then that deity is now so famous across the land of Bharat. He's called Srinathji, who is in Nathdwara. He's worshipped so elaborately currently. So that's the first interaction. And then after that, uh, the Gopal deity, he says, "Come on, Madhavendra Puri, I'm lying in these bushes for a long time. You should help me out. Go get some sandalwood paste from Malaya Hills." So Madhavendra Puri was in Vrindavan, up north of Bharat, and then the Malaya Hills are close to Orissa, beyond south. So and then again, Gopal is asking Madhavendra Puri only. He's an old man, and then you see Madhavendra Puri's mood. Oh, Gopalji, I'm little bit old, but okay, it's your service. I will send some men. I'll go and then they will go and get that sandalwood. No, Madhavendra Puri felt that, okay, Gopal is giving me this instruction. It's my seva. And then he started walking. So it's not that he took a flight or a train, but he started walking because that time there was no other commute. He started walking on foot all the way from Vrindavan down south of Bharat. So this is what Mahaprabhu is emphasizing. This is what we need to celebrate. This is what we need to highlight. That's the main purpose of the festival, to highlight the mood of Shripad Madhavendra Puri, so that we can also imbibe that mood of doing personal service to the Lord, not just delegating to others. Of course, we do it as a part of management, but we also need to do some personal service, some menial service, always not in management. So what happened? Like Madhavendra Puri came all the way down south, uh, risking his life. He's an old man. Anything can happen in between. Not sure. And how he will bring? Who will give him sandalwood? How he will bring? No clue. But he started. That's the greatness, because Lord will provide the energy. It's not our intelligence. It's not that our charisma will bring things. It's Lord who will provide all the facilities for the seva. We are just nama matra, we are just namesake. We only have the desire to serve. And then Lord sees our desire, sincere desire, and He provides everything. There's a dacoit problem, there is a finance problem, there is a logistic transportation problem, everything. But all things are resolved. He walked all the way, and then he reached, and then again Lord's intervention. He reached a very famous temple called Kirchor Gopinath, the Gopinath. So Gopal is there in Vrindavan, Gopinath is there in down south, near to Jagannath Puri. Not Jagannath Puri, but yeah, Premana. So, and then again he had an interaction with the Lord, divine interaction. He saw a kheer being offered to Gopinath, and then he said, "Oh, very nice kheer. If I know the taste of it, if I know how to prepare it, I will offer to my Gopalji." Mode of service. But still he felt bad. Oh, still, Lord, here Gopinath did not eat, did not honor, and then I'm thinking about eating it. He felt bad. So he left that particular place. But Gopinath understood, oh, my devotee wanted to serve me, and he's leaving me without uh, knowing things properly. So he hid one part of that kheer, behind him. And then again in the dreams. So the dreams always be there. So in the dream of the head pujari of the Gopinath, Gopinath came in the dream and he said, "Hey, priest, please wake up. I stole one pot. I hid one pot, behind me. Please go and give it to Madhavendra Puri. He's a great person." The priest woke up. He took bath and then he entered. Even though it's midnight, oh, he's in a hurry. Oh, Lord gave me the instruction. Oh. But still, it's important to maintain cleanliness in front of deities. So he took bath and he entered the altar and he saw actual kheer, one pot of kheer which the deity personally hid for his devotee. And you don't know who is Madhavendra Puri. Just Gopinath gave just one instruction. How to find? How to find Madhavendra Puri? He took that key in hand and he started running in the dark, crying out loudly in that road, Madhavendra Puri, who are you? Where are you? Gopinath stole kheer for you. Where are you? Where are you? Entire place of Ramana. How to find? There was no announcement system. He was shouting, and everybody was awake. Midnight, what the head priest is doing? Everybody was awake. What is happening? Gopinath stole kheer. Gopinath stole kheer. Who is Madhavendra Puri? Gopinath stole kheer. Madhavendra Puri was, sleeping in one of the marketplaces. And then by that time, the kheer reached Madhavendra Puri. Entire city of Ramana know that Gopinath stole kheer for Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri was so much embarrassed. And he was so happy, of course, very, very grateful, ecstatic, but at the same time embarrassed that entire city know who is Madhavendra Puri and what Gopinath did for him. And then he took that pot of kheer and then he left that place because he didn't want to be there because everybody know about Madhavendra. He don't want fame. And then so Madhavendra Puri went on his seva. He has a seva. Okay, he got a lot of fame. Oh, Madhavendra Puri is a superstar, superstar. No, I don't care about stardom. I have a seva to do. My Gopal in Vrindavan is asking me to get sandalwood paste. No, sandalwood. I have to go. I have a mission. He left. And before he reached his destination, his fame reached. So people came to know that when Madhavendra Puri is going to come, he's going to ask for sandalwood, and then they prepared all the sandalwood ready before Madhavendra Puri came. This is how Lord Krishna arranges. It's Krishna's desire, and then devotees' sincere desire to serve. So Krishna arranges everything. So Krishna arranged for all the sandalwood to be cut. There's no money to be paid. And all the transportation back to Vrindavan with escorts. Don't worry about dacoits. Don't worry about logistics. Everything, security, logistics, everything is taken care. We can take back this to Gopal. And then Lord felt Madhavendra Puri is too old. So why to wait till Vrindavan? Again in the dream. So on his return, Madhavendra Puri stopped at Gopinath just to offer his obeisances. Again in the dream, Gopinath said, Gopalji said, Dear Madhavendra Puri, I am very happy for your service. Please understand, the Gopal who I am in Vrindavan is not different from Gopinath in Ramana. So please offer all the sandalwood to Gopinath in Ramana so that I will be happy. I'll feel that cool, cooling effect back in Vrindavan. So for one complete year, there was a festival of this Chandan, sandalwood paste applying on Gopinath. So Mahaprabhu was quoting all this, and then he said, Madhavendra Puri's life is a life of service, sincere service, carrying out orders of spiritual, Lord himself. And then he was pleased with Ishwar Puri because of his sincere desire to serve the spiritual master. So Mahaprabhu was emphasizing these things and we are celebrating. So we need to emphasize this particular mood. And then to that particular extent, we emphasize this mood, automatically we will imbibe these qualities of serving the Lord, serving the spiritual master, and then not running after fame. So these are some of the great lessons from Sripad Madhavendra Puri's life story. Thank you all so much for your patient hearing. Feel free to add comments.
Prior comments? Thank you, Krishna Daya Prabhu. Thank you very much. Can I share a reflection?
Sure.
I really appreciate the point that you made, that everything comes from the sincere desire to serve. Resources come from it, abilities come from it. You can be the most useless person on earth, but if you're desiring to serve sincerely, then you'll be given ability, you'll be given resources, you'll be given intelligence to be enough intelligence to be happy by this yagya, as it says in the scripture. So thank you so much, Krishna Daya Prabhu, for giving me personally hope. Okay, Bhima Prabhu has his hand up.
Haribo,
Krishna
very
Prabhu.
sweet. I was listening to you, and of course, as my mind does, I was simultaneously listening and thinking about just the simple concept, but the whole concept, because it's endless variety of servitude and what is it that Krishna wants? Because what we do is so infinitesimal in this world, even all the temples and everything like that. But of course, what isn't infinitesimal, but eternal and ever expanding is the love. And it just the love that we're basically trying to share Krishna's love with other people. We're always talking about our love for God. We have to be, so surrendered, and our love has to be pure. And but we should be reminded that Krishna loves us, and that when we serve, it's more like a surrender to his will, because he gives us this facility, as Ananda Bihari was talking about. All of a sudden, you find things arranged, and you know that you're in the zone with a capital Z. You're in the zone, and you have Madhavendra Puri. Prabhu, I know I'm drunk, so a lot of your class was missed by my ear. What was the name of the poem? Was it
Yeah.
what's that?
Ai Dina Dayadra. It starts
Ah,
like that. I'll paste it in the chat. Yeah.
okay. So that sort of doing Krishna's will, that surrender to, and that surrender is you're surrendering to his love so he can work his will through us, that we become his instruments, or as Prabhupada, make me dance, make me dance, make me dance. So that seemingly impossible things, and we see it with lots of devotees who have done wonderful projects, or lots of devotees like yourself, and many others on this Zoom call, are so full of blessings, and have so much treasure to share with others. And that's what Krishna's will is, to share of himself through the devotee, which of course brings in Radharani herself, which is what it's all about. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare-
Temple room.
Hare Krishna, can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful class, perfect. Very sweet, complete, like, hearing practically transparently from Srila Prabhupada through you. So, yeah, you brought up a really interesting point about separation. Narottam Das Thakur was introducing the feeling of separation from Krishna. And Prabhupada tells us that the reason why this is so wonderful is because of the intensity of the feeling. That spiritual life isn't boring, that the heart is drawn, that there's a burning desire to please. And an important component of that, it's not just something that happened long ago to a famous person, but Srila Prabhupada himself was at Advaitacharya's house, and the pujari came and he saw this elderly sannyasi chanting and crying. And he inquired, well, what is this deep feeling and this emotion that you're experiencing? And Prabhupada said, my guru asked me to go to the West and to offer what Krishna is giving us to the English-speaking people. And I'm longing to please my spiritual master. And so that's like the feeling of separation. We're not just separating ourselves from enjoying Krishna, but actually carrying out something that we understand. Usually the relationship with the Guru gives that prabhupada desh, gives that instruction and that place to go. And then based on the fact that we've been asked to do something, the endeavor for it and the desire to do it brings about this, upheaval in the heart. So you brought up that point about separation, and it's connected to our relationship to our spiritual master. And it's not just for someone long ago, but each of us can long like that. Krishna, what is my service? And let me try to do it nicely for Krishna's pleasure. Bhima brought up a good point about how giving Krishna consciousness to others, Krishna says, no one is more dear to me than one who gives this message to others. And Prabhupada said, if you want to thank me, the way to thank me is to give what I've given you to someone else. Anyway, thank you very much. Very nice class. Here comes the concho. Radha Muralidhar are here.
Teacher.
Who's showing the darshan? We can't see anything on Adi's phone.
They can't see the darshan. They should be able to see the darshan. But can't see it?
No, we can't see it because your background is virtual.
I don't know how to do that. Can you change the background?
Great, we can see now. Thank you.
There we go. And now put it like this. No, it's showing your face. Here, put it. Can we zoom it in? Get closer. looking this way instead of that way.
It's okay. That's what.
I want to look at here. Look at this way. Because I have to talk here. Okay, thank you.
Jai Shri Shri Radha Murlidhar Shri Gaurachandra Ki Jai. Krishna Daya Prabhu Ki Jai. Is he still here? Krishna Daya? Okay. Anyway, he put Narottam Nitai Prabhu asked a wonderful question in the chat, and Krishna Daya Prabhu answered it perfectly. Are you satisfied with the answer, Narottam Nitai Prabhu? He was asking about Paramatma. Is this how Madhavendra Puri um, had a deep relationship with Krishna through Paramatma? Krishna Daya Prabhu responded that you can develop relationship with Krishna, and by that, your relationship with Paramatma will be established as a byproduct. So we can go straight to Krishna. This is a straight, direct line. Thank you, Narottam. Okay, would anyone like to speak? It's a Monday. We're gonna go out and practice what we learned. Narottam Nitai, please.
I just wanted to say one thing, and I've heard this in a lecture that I think Sri Madhavendra Puri Prabhu is like Vayuputra, like in the sense like maybe like Lord Hanuman. I don't know if this is true or not, but I just wanted to make that comment because he's extremely physically strong. So I just wanted to make that comment. My little 2 cent addition to everything that was said. Goranga. So that that's all.
Thank you, Narottam Nitai. Who was physically strong? I didn't get that.
Madhavendra Puri.
Madhavendra Puri, yes. Yes, thank you, thank you. This is very important. Thank you. Anyone else, please? Okay. All right, happy Monday then. We love you, we need you. Thank you for your association. Have a wonderful week. Come again tomorrow to hear about Krishna and his devotees. Hare Krishna.